Well, welcome to this week on Lake Erie Port of Call. Mike Jamison. We're in studio right now. Honestly, we've been out just enjoying this great weather. Bunch of my buddies are getting their boats in and making a lot of good things happen. On this week's show, we're going to be talking a little bit with Bill Aiken about dock availabilities along the Maumee River and some of the good things that are happening with that. And I'll tell you what, Brenner is just, it looks beautiful right now. I'd love to have you come in there. My buddy Jerry just got his boat in. He's going to be right next to me here, and we're really excited about that. I had a chance to talk with Kenny over at the parts department over at Brenner, and talk a little bit about things you want to do every year to make sure everything's going well with your boat. We put new fuel separators for the water separators on, and showed you a little bit how to do that, along with making sure that kind of look everything over, and having people like Brenner to look your boat over, whether it be the transmissions, because I was able to put my own separators on, change the oil, and do all of that kind of good stuff. But it's very difficult for me to get into, change all the spark plugs on both of the engines, big 454 engines. It's got twins. And also the V drives, the velvet drives, you want to make sure that everything is running good with your drives. So I'm having Brenner take care of all of that. It's well worth it. And look everything over. And my boat is intercooled. Basically, it has heat exchangers or a radiator system on it. So they're going to go through and make sure that I don't have any zebra mussels or anything, in there to make sure that something bad happens with my boat. Not to mention, look over my everything, and they looked everything over from the standpoint of, if my bottom paint's still good. All of my electrical stuff is real good, and it's a good idea to have that done. So we do have a wonderful show for you this week, and finally got the drone out, was able to fly it a little bit and enjoy some of that. And I hope you enjoy it, and enjoy the next half hour of our own Lake Erie Port of Call. Well, folks, here at my home, over here at Brenner 75 with Mr. Bill Aiken, who has done a lot. You've been on me a lot since, I was one of the first boats in here, so you had to take advantage of that, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm a little jealous there.
Yeah, you're not in yet, are you?
No, I'm not with the big boat, no.
Well, it's 70 degrees, it's beautiful, we're here, and you're doing a lot of work, taking shrink wrap off everything, and one of the things I'm noticing as we got some of the drone footage here showing we've got some boats in, and we're still about a week out, probably, right?
Yeah, the weather just started turning, so a lot of people are starting to come out and get their boats ready. You don't want to just show up and just throw your boat in like some people do. But there's a lot of prep work. There's a lot of prep work to do. No, I'm just being sarcastic there. But there's a lot of prep work, and you can't just do it all in one day, so sometimes it takes a little bit. That's why that inside storage is a big advantage to have.
Thumbs up, man. It saved me 2 weeks. I'm so glad I did it. And, the boat went in good. We had no issues. I'm going to have some new neighbors here, and you've got some abilities and for some people to come in if they want to come be part of the party.
Absolutely. Definitely have open docks you can see in the background. They're starting to fill up a little bit.
Sure.
But we definitely have open docks. We want to try to get as many of those as we can as we can sell. I think the biggest advantage that we have here is they're all floating docks. So it's where you tie your boat up tight to the dock, the water will go up and down because it always fluctuates depending on the wind and the weather, and you can tie it up, you don't have to worry about it. And the amenities that we have with our fuel dock and our pump out and some of the activities that we put on here, as you can probably see, is a good time.
Not to mention the fact you're so centrally located, because you can take the boat downtown and do anything you want down there. You've got Harbor View right here,
Absolutely.
Riverview.
Absolutely.
You know, you go to all these wonderful places.
The location is a prime spot on the Maumee River.
Sure.
We're about 5 minutes to the lake. We're about 8-9 minutes to downtown. If it's nasty out in the lake and it's blowing and there's some choppy waves out there and you want to stick in the river, you can go all the way down to Perrysburg if you want. There's plenty of stuff to do. A lot of great activities with a short distance.
And this is a year where it's almost starting to become a buyer's market for people if they're interested in buying a new boat.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're getting there now.
Yeah, it's getting like that. It's getting like that. Our inventory is up. It's really nice right now.
Cool.
We're trying to put a lot of them up online right now. So if you want to check that out at Brenner75.com, that should be updated shortly.
And knowing you, it's like every time I pull in, I see you working on another boat. There's a new one coming in. You've got this, and you've got some newer boats. You've got, you know me, I want one of them old Lymans, you know.
Yeah.
And we talked with Pete, and we're actually going to have him here on the show too. He's got that old 26 Lyman. That's where I want to go. I want a 23 Lyman that's going to take me 2 or 3 years to fix up, you know.
Well, good luck with that. There's a lot of work involved with that, but I tell you what, when they're done and you got somebody that takes care of them, they're beautiful.
Yep.
It's like a time capsule. Those are things of beauty.
And I mean, you've got them all here. I know we've got the big 42, the 50 footers, the 38s.
Yep.
And then you got them all the way down to little, 16 and 18
Everything
foot
from day boats to overnighters to liveaboards. There's our variety is wide open.
Could you imagine if I lived here?
You kind of do.
Well, kind of do. I do. I appreciate all the great people here at Brenner 75, and of course you've got Pier 75 down there too.
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
you want to keep your boat and you just bring it out when you want to use it.
Yep, definitely a different style of marina. They got the rack and launch service over there where they'll take your boat out of the water for you. They put it inside a protected building.
Right.
If you don't want to leave it in the water, you don't have to void with the scum lines. It keeps it clean. It protects it from the sun. And when you want to use it, you can head down there and they'll put it in the water and you can use it.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know what's going on, and you've taught me a lot about boating in the last few years, and I'm just like a sponge. I just listen.
Sure.
I just listen because you know a lot about it, and you go out and have a lot of fun. And Brenner 75 has we've got our little parties and everything we do down here. It's just
absolutely.
a lot of fun.
It's a good time.
Yeah,
That's what it's about.
I hear you have a good DJ coming in.
Yeah, he's very good. It's priced right too.
Yeah, that's me. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
All right, buddy.
Hi, I'm Marty Sutter, President of Genoa Bank, a locally owned community bank providing a full range of banking services. At Genoa Bank, we believe a bank should do more than just conduct business. We generally care about the communities we serve, and we take our hometown commitment to heart. Our biggest investment will always be in you, whether it's a personal account or business. Genoa Bank is committed to outstanding service. We want to know you by name and help you with all your banking needs. Genoa Bank, we take your banking needs personally.
Being on the water is one of the best ways to enjoy the outdoors, and we all know that a safe day on the water is a perfect day on the water. You're ready to connect with nature, explore new places, see new things, maybe connect with that big fish. However, the most important connection while you're out on the water is with your boat's engine. Whether you use a lanyard or the safety and convenience of a wireless fob or wristband, connecting with your engine gives you safety and confidence for a perfect day.
Different problems require different solutions. Seagate Roofing and Foundation Services has been solving water problems for over 30 years. We have the expertise to provide you with the best solution. Seagate replaces foundations, straightens walls, lifts sinking foundations, and waterproofs basements. Get your free estimate before you make a decision because you deserve to have all the facts. We are the local experts.
244 LEAK Seagate.
What can you expect from working with Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation? Our branch manager, Marty Bin, can help you navigate through the loan process with the service and speed you deserve. Contact Marty today to get pre-qualified. Make your home buying dreams a reality. Call 419-481-8696 to speak with Marty Bin today.
Well, folks, we're here with Kenny at the parts department, and Kenny, you take care of all of us here at Brenner.
Oh, I try my best here. It's a busy time of year here.
You are kind of like the man, right? Everybody's coming to you.
Boy, usually that's at a buffet, but I'll take it. I'll take that compliment. You're okay. We try to help as we can help anybody here.
Okay.
Any questions?
The greatest thing I did this year was I winter stored inside, which made my launch just incredibly easy. But, there's just little things that you need to do with your boat. And my question to you is, even though I didn't use the boat a lot yet last year, we only put about 15, 16 hours on it, I should probably still change those fuel separators.
Oh, yeah, certainly it's a good idea to do that. Annual basis, and maybe even more if the boat sits a lot. You might come to find out you got some running issues, a little sluggish, loss of power,
condensation, and all of that, right?
All that happens.
And not a hard job to do either.
No, very easy. You might have to move a hose or two around.
I know all about that.
You know about that, but
Yep. And basically, we went through the whole boat from the standpoint of the only thing that I really have Brenner looking at this year. They've looked everything over. My oil's fine. Everything, might have some issues with the transmission, and they're going to go through and completely look my transmission over because, and especially in my boat, that's something you don't want to mess with.
That's for sure.
Because they're all the way in the back. They got to take the engines out and do all of that. What's the big thing right now? Everybody probably buying a lot of bottom paint.
Oh yeah, we get bottom paint is a big one in addition to the waxes, and then tune-up items. Getting the engines tuned up.
Oh
yes,
sir. I got to be honest. You talked me in 2 years ago a more expensive paint. It was a more expensive paint, but looking at my boat compared to what I'm seeing with other boats, my gosh, I'm just doing little touch-ups in my second year. It still looks that good, and you got me in the right paint, and you've got all the right paints here.
I sure do. Yes.
And all of the things to make them work.
Oh, yes.
So I can get my hair black again.
That makes a big difference there. Using good quality paint on there, multi-year. The newer paint's now easy cleanup. You don't have the smell. If you're going to do it yourself, it's much easier to do.
Well, there you go. Well, Kenny, thank you once again for spending some time. This is a big moment for our fans when Kenny's on the show.
Oh, really?
My gosh, yes. People love you.
Man,
yes. Come in and see him over here at Brenner 75.
You're too complimentary, I tell you.
You love him. You love him.
You've planned and planned. Each moment of your special day just has to be perfect. You don't want to worry about anything. Just know that you've hired professionals to make your wedding day special. Mike Jameson with Creative Video Imagery has produced award-winning weddings for over 15 years. Our company has the equipment and the artistic ability to capture your day on digital DVD, giving you lasting memories of a day you will cherish forever. Call Creative Video Imagery today or visit our website, Creative Video Imagery, making moments into lifetime memories. From the kitchens of Italy to you, Arturo's Pizza Kitchen is the home of authentic Italian food. As one of the oldest independently owned pizzerias in Toledo, Arturo's Pizza Kitchen has been serving since 1988. With pizza, salads, award-winning subs, chicken chunks and wings, Mom's own lasagna recipe, and our famous cheese sticks, we have it all. Never frozen, always homemade. Arturo's Pizza Kitchen. Hungry? Call Arturo's, 419-698-1641.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports surfaces as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects, check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center, we build better.
Stop struggling with the big box stores. Choose Gladio.
Gladio Home Center. store, yet so much more. Your home improvement answer store. A place to design your interior space. A professional and friendly smiling face. Everything you need for your home. And Gladio is locally owned. You'll be glad to know Gladio Home Center.
Folks, we're doing a lot of different things here at Lake Erie Port of Call, our 6th season. We're here with Pete. Pete, we were walking in and we saw your boat here in storage over at Harrison at Brenner 75, and beautiful 26 Lyman. And talking to the guys before, you weren't even here, and you just happened to walk up and you had a for sale sign in there, and you're selling it.
Yeah. After 29 years, it's time for another caretaker.
Oh, yeah. And what was the name of the boat? Say that?
The Dinger 1.
The Dinger 1.
Yeah.
And talk a little bit. We've got some pictures and everything. I said, you know what? I'm going to help you sell your boat. I would love to buy it. I'm looking for that, $2,000 to $4,000 boat that I'm going to spend the next 3 years, giving up my life for. But this is all done.
Yep, I've had it for 29 years, and everything that needed's done has been done. That's for sure.
Now, with this boat, how many years did you say you've had it now?
29.
29 years, and you've basically redone everything on this.
Pretty much, from a new mahogany decks down to new planking and new stems under the flooring. So.
And pricing wise, what are you looking for in your price?
$37.5 is where I'm starting.
And this is what year Lyman is this?
It's a 1969.
Oh, so this is an older, but it's got the top on it then too. That was done in the later years of the Lymans.
Well, it's a cruisette, and the cruisette meant that it had the interior had a dinette and a sink and an ice box, now a fridge, but you could get that either as a convertible or a hardtop.
Oh, well, fantastic. Well, I hope we can help you sell your boat. I'm going to put your telephone number down here. I hope that Lake Erie Port of Call can help with selling your boat. I wish I could buy it. It is such a beautiful boat, and you can just tell the love that's in this boat.
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. It's good meeting you.
Hey, a pleasure, man.
Yeah, all right.
See how this works?
Yep, very cool. Can't wait to see it.
Well, first thing you're going to do when you get your boat out of winter storage, and by the way, I have to get kudos out to the great people here at Brenner 75, right here at Harrison Marina, and at Pier 75. They've got tons of space open for you if you're interested in getting into boating. And with COVID, this has just been a year where a lot of new boaters have come into the boating scene, and what they can do for you here. And when we talk to the people here at Brenner, they'll give you some ideas on. To be honest with you, it's really tough because there's been some fires this year, and a lot of boats got damaged in those fires. So if you're thinking about maybe moving up or thinking about selling your boat, make sure you contact the people here at Brenner 75 and at Pier 75. But I'll tell you what, we enjoy being down here. We've got a ton of friends. It's just great. We just enjoy it. And first thing that we have to do, obviously, we had our boat shrink wrapped. The great people here at Brenner did our shrink wrapping. Did a wonderful job with the shrink wrapping, and didn't have a drop of water in my boat. Everything was absolutely perfect. But people think, oh, you spend all this money to have it shrink wrapped. It's done at the end of the year. You can't. If you're real smart, you're able to use that for 2 or 3 more seasons. And one of the things you have to do, because they put a wrap around the boat, and when they get that wrap and it's got string on it, or it's a heavy-duty twine type thing, you can untie those twines and leave them and loosen them up so that you can just, slip the cover itself over the boat, and then once you get it done, it's really not that heavy. It's a 2-person job, and you get everything taken out that way. You save what you have. You're going to have to put new straps on at the beginning for next fall, but at least this way you can do that, and it can all be done and taken care of very, very well. Now, after we got all of that done, we start looking at all the things that we have to do on the boat. I use a rubbing compound on the boat to just shine it up. Pick it up here at Brenner. Talk to Kenny in service, and Kenny will take care of you with that. And we buff the boat out, and then to be honest with you, we haven't even gotten to waxing yet. We haven't. The weather's been kind of crazy, family issues and things like that. So we're hoping to get everything done with that. But the one thing I was able to do this year is Bass Pro had an incredible sale on transducers and plotters and fish finders and everything like that. We found exactly what I wanted. It's a couple of years old, but I'll tell you what, it is a wonderful, wonderful machine. And we were able to use exactly where the old Garmin system was that didn't work anymore. We were able to use that as our place to put the Garmin unit itself. But when we got ready to do the putting the transducer in on the back of the boat, I was very nervous about doing that. So I talked with Tim Sells, and we were able to, he gave me all the things you do. I'm not really crazy about drilling holes into my boat, but we drilled the holes that we were used. They have a special compound that you can use. It's kind of like a silicone, but it's definitely made for marine use. And we used that, and we filled our holes up with that. And we attached our transducer, and then we ran a line up, and then we ran the line up over the water line. After we got to the water line, past the water line area, we drilled another hole, and that's where we put the transducer wire and put it in there. Now, I put it in, got it all set, was really excited to run it. The line's not long enough. Well, Garmin has an extension that you can get for that. So we're putting the extension on, and we'll have that all done. And it's just something that we'll be showcasing a little bit next week on our show. Something else that we're just getting our things together. We're going to be putting 4 JBL 8-inch speakers in. They're 250 watt speakers, and we'll be showcasing that on next week's show also too. And we have to cut into our fiberglass, and we have to put all of that in. But we've got that done. The boat is fairly clean. We need to do a pretty good scrubbing of it, but that's just one of them things you got to do when it comes to boating. And as we get into the show, we're going to get out on the water, and we'll showcase all the great things that are happening here. But that's some of the few things that we've done. I'm probably a week out yet before we get in. Hopefully we'll have it in the water for you next week, and what we're going to be able to do with that. But it's just been a great season starter here. The weather's been fairly nice, and we've been able to do a lot of things that we didn't think we'd be able to do. So now we got to spend this weekend getting all of the waxing in, get it all cleaned up. The inside's good, no problems with the inside. All the electrics working great. Batteries are fine. We kept our batteries inside and stored them inside to make sure we wouldn't have any problems with them. So we're really looking forward to making sure that we're going to have a great boating season, and we'd really love to have you a part of it. We've got all kinds of good things, and if you want to have us spotlight your business, which involves boating, please get a hold of us at 419-514-1302.
Danny's Cafe Rossford is open and ready to make your holiday special with great drinks, food, friends, and watch all your favorite sports on our 17 big screen TVs. Some of the best entertainment in the area. Great food and all your favorite beers. Danny's Cafe in historic Rossford on Main Street. Stop by and say hi to the friendly people at Danny's Cafe in Rossford.
Genoa Bank helped finance my great-grandfather's farm equipment.
Genoa Bank helped my grandfather with a small business loan.
My parents' home loan was from Genoa Bank.
And I manage my free checking account online with Genoa Bank.
Since 1902, Genoa Bank has helped generations of families. Many things have changed over the years, but our commitment to our customers has not. We care about their needs and the good of our community. At Genoa Bank, we take your banking needs personally. Stop by any of our 8 locations today.
Pro Golf Fairways at Cameo Pizza and Resets in Rossford and Monroe Street right next to Nick and Jimmy, with top-of-the-line golf simulators, duckpin bowling, and the best food for your night out. We've got you covered. It's Pro Golf Fairways with all the greatest golf courses in the area. Why not come out and hit a few with us at Pro Golf Fairways at Cameo Pizza and Resets in Rossford and Monroe Street next to Nick and Jimmy.
There is only one place where you'll find scenic golf at affordable prices. Fallen Timbers Fairways. This golf course offers some of the best golf in Northwest Ohio for any skill level. At Fallen Timbers, they can help you plan for your next outing or event, or even improve your skills with their talented golf instructors. With their exceptional rates, Fallen Timbers is your first choice for great golf. FallenTimbersFairways.com. Easy to find, fun to play, right off Route 24 in Waterville. FallenTimbersFairways.com. Fallen Timbers Fairways.
Kenny set us up really well here, and every year I change my fuel filters to make sure that, you know, we're not getting any water, you know, because water separation is a big thing here, and if you don't use your boat a lot, you could get yourself in a little bit of trouble. And one of the main things, it's a very simple procedure. I know the people here at Brenner can do it for you. I just do them myself. They're basically on the back end of your boat, depending on what kind of engine that you have here. Mine, I have twin 454 Merc Cruisers, and basically they're right in the back area, so it's not really that tough for us to do it. You just take a oil filter machine here. See if I got one. I just had one here, and we can, you know how you do your oil filter stuff. And you just take them off with that, put them back on, make sure the fittings have a little lubrication to it. And the newer filters that are coming in, they have that all built into it, and then we'll have that all done. We already changed our oil. Everything's good with our oil. I'm really looking forward to not having any problems with that. Bilge looks pretty good. It's pretty clean. Not a lot of water in it right now. We've been in the water for about 3 weeks now, and everything it seems that we needed to do is good. Our antifreeze, now granted, my boat has a closed cooling system in it, so we don't pull fresh water into mine. So I basically have radiators on my engines and heat exchangers, and they do what they're supposed to do. Everything looks pretty good there, and I think most of what we need to get done is pretty well done here and in pretty good shape. Once again, we thank you for watching and enjoying our show. It's all about the Lake Erie area and what we can do, and as we get into the summer, we're going to have a lot of fun and take the boat to some great places. And if you have a place you'd like us to spotlight, feel free to call us at 419-514-1302. Once again, I am Mike Jamison, and boy, I just enjoy giving you all these shows and have a lot of fun doing the shows too. So most of my work's done here, so I'm going to relax right now and have some fun on my boat. Folks, have a nice weekend.